everybody. My name is Birte Hoffmann-Cabenda, and I would like to teach you today the Branle de la Guerre, one of the dances from Thoinot Arbeau's Orchésographie. Here are two different modern editions of it. It was first published in 1588 and then soon afterwards in 1589, and another edition in 1596, so quite popular at his time. Among the many dances he lists, there are quite a lot of Branles, so those are circle dances or could also be danced in a line. And they were very popular in France in the second half of the 16th century in the form that Arbeau writes them down. So the one we are going to do is the Branle de la Guerre, the war Branle, and it is one of the ones that Arbeau categorizes as Branle coupés, which are more interesting than other ones because they have more step material, they have perhaps a change of rhythm, and in general they're just more fun, these mixed Branles. Very often they have a theme. You could dance them in costume in a masked ball together with your friends, and your costume would be matching the dance. If you want to learn such an irregular combination of steps like this one, then it's no use to write it down, 2 singles, 1 double or something like that, but we take Arbeau's advice. That is, you have to learn the melody, you have to know the melody, the tune by heart, and then you have to dance it, singing it in your head. That's actually, it's also for me, the only way I can memorize these type of dances. Knowing the tune and knowing exactly which step fits to which part of the tune also helps if you dance with a modern recording of these dances. Because modern musicians interpret the music in different ways. Arbeau, in his book, writes down the tune for all of his dances, but the repeat signs are sometimes somewhat ambiguous. So if you have recorded music, you will encounter different repeats. Some people may just have the A part repeated and the B part played just once or perhaps twice. If you know the tune, no problem for you, you can easily adapt. Then, in the late 16th century, music was not necessarily notated with bar lines like modern music. Bar lines were fairly recent invention, and Arbeau sometimes uses them and sometimes not. In this dance, the A part, which is very regular, we will see very regular steps, there he actually has some bar lines and no problem. The second part, which is a bit irregular, he writes down completely without any bar lines. If you now transcribe this music and try to add bar lines, and you aim at something like regular 4 beats per measure, you may end up with little odd bits of music which don't fit this scheme. You may end up with more than 4 beats in a bar. And that is the case in this dance. So let's have a look at the dance material, at the step material. So the first thing we do is take a very simple step, a sample, a single step. In Renaissance, we usually start with the left foot. So what we do is we take a step to the left and we close without weight. In this dance, these closing steps are always without weight. You can do the same to the right, take a step to the right and close. If you have several of them After another, you start left and right, and left and right, and left and right. Simple step. We can double that up. If you go twice to the left, and the second time to the left, you have the so-called double or double. So what you do is you take a step to the left, you take a step to close, and this time with transferring the weight, you take another step to the left and you close. So once again to the left, step, close, and the second close again is without weight. I tend to do it, and the first closing, I tend to do a little bit in a third position and the second one in a first position, but that's, you can choose differently. So let's do a couple of doubles in both directions. We start to the left, have left and left, the same to the right, right and right. To the left, left and left and right and right. If you imagine doing that in a big circle and we would just do left, right, doubles, the circle would just sort of shift slightly back and forth, but we want the circle to actually spin around. So we achieve that by doing the steps to the left larger than the ones to the right. So what we've got is 5, 6, 7 and left and small to the right and big to the left and small to the right, big to the left and small to the right, another left, right, right. If we combine these two steps, the singles and the doubles, let's do the sequence single, single, double, single, single, double. So it's a single to the left, a single to the right, a double to the left, and the whole sequence back to the right, single to the right, single to the left, double to the right. Let's do that. 5, 6, 7 and single, single, double to the left, single, single, double to the right. Once again, single, single, double to the left, single, single, double to the right. Now we need more steps to do this dance. The next one is called pied en l'air or Gueurre, which is lifting one foot off the ground. Pied en l'air seems to be slightly lower than Gueurre, and in this description he uses the term Gueurre. So what we do is, let's assume we have the weight on the left. We transfer the weight to the right and lift the left foot. And then we can do that again. We step back onto the left, and the right is the one that is being lifted up. Usually you have several of them in a row, typically 3, also in this dance. So what you have got is 1, 2, 3. And of course by transferring fast you end up with a little jump. So we start with the weight on our left, and the left foot is the first one that goes up. 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3. Once more. 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3. Let's add that to a single. So what I now want you to do is you take a single to the left with a closing without weight, and then we've got 1, 2, 3. Once again, 5, 6, 7 and step, close, 1, 2, 3. That will turn out to be the irregular bit later in the music. Let's do it once more. 1, and 1, 2, 3. The last step we need is a capriol, a caper. It's described, you have to jump off both feet, land on both feet, and in between you have to wiggle your feet. The little picture Arbeau shows us shows his little dancer with the left foot in front and the right foot in the back, so that would look something like this. If you're a vigorous young dancer with some ballet training, you could do all kinds of entrechâsses at this spot. I'm an old woman and I tend just to do this. But that's the moment for you to show off, to do something spectacular with your feet. If you feel more comfortable to take the right one, do that. Don't worry, it's to show off your personal abilities. So if we add that step to what we just done, we had a single to the left, our 3 little jumps. So now to start the capriol, we have to close the feet because we have to lift off 2 feet. And because it's supposed to be a high jump, we need to bend our knees so we can jump. So what we do is single, 1, 2, 3, close, jump. Let's do that several times. 5, 6, 7, single, 1, 2, 3, close, jump. Once more, 5, 6, 7, and single, 1, 2, 3, step, close. And once more, 5, 6, 7, and single, 1, 2, 3, step, close. So now we've got all the little bits we need. And now we have to think of how do we put them together. And we have to think of the character of the dance. Because it is a mixed brawl with a theme, let's think about how we can put that into the dance, into the steps. It's called Branle of War, so let's assume we pretend to be soldiers, and at first we have to march somewhere, perhaps with heavy armor, with heavy weapons. So first we start doing rather slow doubles, not so fast, and I would do them stamping our feet. And look very masculine. We've got 8 of them, which should be no problem. And then we come to the second part, and I think now we get to the hand-to-hand combat. I don't know anything about martial arts, but what comes to my mind then is boxers, modern boxers. The speed now is much faster than in the first part. We do everything double speed. So we have to be light on our feet. If I mention a boxer, I'm probably doing a terrible job doing that, but you get the idea. So to be fast, I be light on my feet, I stay on the ball of my feet. That's just my interpretation to have fun with this dance. And if you do something like 2 fast singles, it benefits from you not taking your whole weight onto the foot you're jumping to, or you're stepping, but it turns into a slight jumpy thing if you do it fast. But sort of leave your weight more in the middle, then you can be faster with the steps. So the step sequence for the fast part is what we practiced. We have 2 doubles, then the single, single, double, single, single, double sequence, and then the odd little bit at the end, sort of the climax of the battle with the big caper at the end. Let's slowly do the step sequence for the fast part. We have A faster double, a faster double, single, single, faster double, single, single, faster double, single, 1, 2, 3, close jump. Once more. 5, 6, 7, and faster double, single, single, faster double, single, single, faster double, single, 1, 2, 3, close jump. And that's once more faster. 5, 6, 7, and faster double, single, single, faster double, single, single, faster double, single, 1, 2, 3, close jump. If we add that, if we add the first marching bit, we have the A part with 4 doubles repeated, so we've got 8 doubles. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Then we have the fast bit. If we had a slow double, let's count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the fast one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 doubles in the space of 1 slow one. So after our first 8 slow doubles, the fast part begins with the 2 fast doubles, single, single, double, single, single, double, single, and then the jumpy bit at the end. And the B part in this recording is not repeated, so we then start with the slow part again. So let's just do it without the music, the whole sequence. Imagine you have people standing next to you, and you start with the left, 5, 6, 7, and double and 13, then double to the right, double to the left, double to the right, once more, double to the left, double to the right, double to the left, double to, now the fast bit. Bum, 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 single, single, faster, double, single, single, faster, double, single, 1, 2, 3, and down. So now all we've got to do is to dance the whole dance together with the music. I've got 2 versions. The first one, I slow the music down, so the first one is slower. And to make it a bit more interesting, I got me an Elizabethan gentleman for this dance. So the music starts with the drum as an introduction, so let's just listen to it. So we boom, 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 and then we start.
You can be a bit louder.
A bit louder. do it faster now. Again, let's listen. So that's much faster.
Original speed.
Well, yeah, the original speed, this one was recorded. We don't know the original speed. So it's the speed of the recording.